You go,
It
sir.
felt quite emasculating to come up and be like,
I don't think I've ever been pummeled so hard by Norse mythology, but in the best way possible.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
What was the funniest moment then shooting it? Because there's so many things you watch in this film that are quite intense, and I can imagine shooting it might felt a bit ridiculous.
I Am His Vengeance was quite funny by take 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was just that moment.
It's a big epic moment when Hamlet
Which he nailed,
reveals
by the way.
himself and screams to his uncle who he is and why he's there. And the first take lost my voice completely. So the second take, it was basically like, I am Hamlet!
But to be fair, he completely nailed it the first time, so we were all just like, that's amazing.
But then I had to do it 25 more times with no voice.
Yeah.
And again, and it's the beginning of a big long fight sequence. So
You go,
it
sir.
felt quite emasculating to come up and be like, I am Hamlet! Let's fight.
You are known for having brutal sets and demanding a lot of your cast and crew. I suppose, how do you inspire them, keep them going when it's kind of the worst thing they could possibly do on just to get those shots? How do you keep their spirits up?
By demanding they do it again. I think that the thing is that the way that me and Jaren, my DP, work is challenging, you know, and I keep choosing films that are set in brutal landscapes. But I think with the discipline of the single camera and these long, complex takes, it gets everyone engaged because everyone is a part of it and everyone has to be like in their top form in order to not fail. It is more collaborative than ever. So I think, you know, as much as Alexander Skarsgård has talked about me driving him to the edge, I can think of a handful of times when he requested another take because he wanted it to be perfect.
How emotionally and physically demanding was it to achieve what you did in this film?
Completely so, but I will say it's strange because you hear brutal set and you imagine people being miserable. What's strange is it naturally brings out your desire to want to do well in that situation. And so all of us bonded together so hard on wanting to tough it out and wanting to not complain and make the most of every situation. And it kind of ends up being a very bonding experience that then creates this beautiful, positive energy on set. It's not a miserable set to be on. The elements are just intense.
I will avenge you, father! I will save you, mother! I will kill you, Fiona!
I will avenge you, father. I will save you, mother. I will kill you, Fiona.
What was the most challenging part to shoot?
Everything. Honestly, like every single thing was really, really hard. You know, I mean, if you're not raiding a village with hundreds of extras and stuntmen and horses and goats and chickens and geese and pigs and children, you know, you have a storm on a Viking ship at night. You know, I mean, everything was hard. Alex will tell you that the naked sword fight on the volcano was the hardest for him.
Well, that was my favorite bit. So, did you take any trophies, I suppose props or anything from the set to keep it like as a, I did it, we did it, guys?
I got to keep the G-string, those little panties I wore.
He's so cool. He framed them. I saw it happen and I was just like, you just sold our movie. Like that is genius.
Well, it was actually
That
a
is
gift.
genius.
I wore them for the end fight though, in which we're naked. I wore a little nude colored, basically a G-string. And
leather G-string.
Yeah, and it was soaked in blood, so it's completely like dark red now, and crisp. and Mary in the costume department, that was my wrap gift. She was very sweet and framed them, and I got to keep them. So they're on a wall in my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have clays?
I do not have
She's
clothes.
wearing them as we speak.
I do not have clothes. I have the sword. which I really, I have the sword, which I really appreciated, but it was quite amusing because once given to me, I was like, am I supposed to fly with this thing back in my, like it's literally the size of my body. But at some point that will go on a wall. It's cool looking.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.